Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Old Steph and welcome back to NASCAR or NASCAR Career Mode. This is episode 8 and I apologize for the slow upload schedule. It might speed up or slow down in the new year, I'm not really sure yet. But we're still doing our ARCA career. We got I think 3 more races left, or 4 more races, something like that. And now that we're up towards the front a lot more, I think I said this last episode, but I'm going to start cutting out the replays more unless it's like a big thing that happens, and I'll just put it after it happens from my perspective. Yeah, it's been kind of a hectic week. The past couple days I've been dealing with computer issues, and it turned out it just needed an update, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. I thought my whole GPU crashed, but luckily we're back and we're able to take a look at this beautiful new paint scheme for JRI Shocks, which will be running in the last couple races of the season, I believe. It's the 3 of the last 4 races, I believe we use it in. So we head on to week 16, which is Bristol, the second time we've been here this year, trying to get a little bit of a better run than last time. I think our run at Bristol the first time around was something like 35th or 33rd or something like that. I don't really remember, but our car is much faster now. We're on level 5 parts all the way across the board now, I believe.
That was your best lap yet.
I might have level 4 suspension, I can't remember, but point is we're basically as fast as we can go. We managed to knock 2 tenths out of the goal there, and I'm like, you know what, that's good enough. We end out the session in 4th, which is obviously much better than, you know, anything that we've had at the short tracks over the season. And we head into qualifying. At this point, I'm feeling optimistic that we can maybe get up inside the top 5, but
let's roll.
Usually the qualifying lap is like a couple places lower than your practice, even if you get a faster overall time, which I guess makes sense. People tune their cars for qualifying. First time around, we knock about 3 hundredths off of what we had in practice, and we end up in 6th, so my theory holds true. Even though we knocked a couple hundredths out of it, we still finish 2 spots below where we did in practice. William Sawalich ends up first in qualifying, taking his like 7th or 8th pole of the season. I can't remember. But we're giving ourselves a pretty good opportunity at starting out front and contending for the lead early on into the race.
Time to go. Good luck out there. Be ready.
So we head into
go.
week 16,
Inside.
trying to end off the season on a high note. Got 4 races to do it. Side by side with Isabella Robusto off the start. Managed to pick off LeVar Scott heading down into turns 3 and 4. But we don't quite clear him. But I was pretty confident in my setup that I was able to just get through on the bottom. Didn't realize he was still on my top, kind of squeezed him there a little bit. But we finally clear him heading down into 3. And we do the same thing, that bottom line really rolling for us as we get to the bottom of Isabella Robusto in 3 and 4. And we pass by the start-finish line with a very good lap.
One outside.
As recognized by our wonderful AI spotter. Still don't know why they chose to do it AI, but I don't know. Anyways, passing past that fact, we're already up inside the top 5 in 4th. The leaders ahead of us going 3 wide. A pretty great battle here between Finch, Sawalich, and Queen, and we're trying to track down Finch before the end of the season for that 7th place in the final standings. And he's ahead of us here, so really my goal in these last couple races is to just finish ahead of Jake Finch as much as possible. And if we can continue to win races like we have been doing for the past couple of weeks, and that might happen for us as we get to the inside of Jake Finch. Down into the corner.
Stay low.
Sending it down in there.
Clear high.
And passing inch for third. We're up into the podium places, and now the leader's starting to deal with lap traffic, and Brendan Queen gets caught behind Tad Moffitt, who's once again just having a horrific run here at Bristol.
Car outside.
And we get past David Smith there on the bottom now, just chasing William Sawalich as we move up to second.
Car low.
And now to the outside we go of Kyle Steckley, fellow Canadian.
Car high.
And I get clipped by him there a little bit, get a little bit squirrely.
We're out front, driver.
But we managed to get the lead away from William Sawalich.
They're outside.
And into the lead we go.
Car high. 3 wide.
And we're making quite a few daring moves as we make a dive bomb 3 wide on the bottom there.
Car outside.
Sebastian Falcone and a couple others. As we
wide.
go now to the bottom
Car
of Amber
outside.
Balkan, sending it into
Clear,
1
clear.
and 2, just barely clearing the 86.
One outside. Clear high if you want it.
Making some contact with Trevor Huddleston there. Car
Outside
started
door.
getting really tight
Clear
here, and
high
I
if you
tried
want
to
it.
send it in there. Once again, that's on me just being impatient. And pretty sure he gave me
One
a
outside.
screenful on Twitter at the end of the race.
Clear up top.
But, you know, once again, it's AI drivers. Can't take it too personally.
One high.
But I was pretty fed up with him just parking it right in my line, so give him the hip and shoulder
Clear
and
outside.
move along with my life.
Car outside. Clear outside.
And not a lot happened this race. We actually
Clear
pretty
top.
much dominated the entire time. But one thing that did
One
happen
low,
is the
down.
93
Clear inside.
going around right in front of
Yeah, road
us,
is open.
bringing out the caution for the first time in the day. And we do not pit because we really don't need to. Same strategy we
Coming to the
pulled
green.
at the back of the field at the beginning of the series, I believe.
Be ready now.
Beginning of the season.
Green, green, green. Car outside.
And now that
Just
we're
lost the
still
lead.
on those old tires, albeit
job. We
everyone
got the lead.
else is, it's much harder to fire off, and I got
Stay
really
low.
squirrely off the initial start there, but we managed to hold
Clear high if you want it.
suit alongside
Five to
the
go now.
18. We go to the
Inside.
outside of a couple of lap cars. Once again, we're here behind Sebastian Falcone
Clear
and Becca
inside.
Monopoly.
Outside door.
I try to go to the bottom of both
Three
of them,
wide.
sending it down into the corner. And
Clear
once
outside.
again, we make that bottom
Clear all clear.
3-wide stick on those 2 drivers.
Outside.
Now we're up behind Brian
One
Clubb.
more time. All you got now.
Onto the
Clear all
final
around.
lap. No contesting
Outside.
from anybody else behind. Once again, I think the AI, despite being on like
Clear all
101
around.
difficulty, get really trapped up in the lap traffic. So we're able to take a
Amazing
commanding
win. Great work out there, driver.
victory,
You're unbelievable.
and we take our, I believe, our 3rd win of the season, 2nd straight for UISA. Fist in the air, pumping it. And there's your top 10. Brennan Queen, 2nd. Isabella Robusto with a very strong 3rd place finish. Caleb Costner in the 93, who, might I add, was backwards on the backstretch, manages to come home with a top 10. That's actually unbelievable. I think he may have pitted and no one else did, so he was just up at the front at the end of that. So fair play to him. Pretty amazing run, to be honest with you. But yeah, we take home our 3rd victory. 2nd straight. We're getting some mixed messages here. And I appreciate the compliments from Takamakoga there, but everybody else seems to be at my throat for some reason. And we head back to the shop, and we do actually have level 5 everything except suspension, which is what I thought. We're going to repair everything, hire a new mechanic. I initially didn't get why people didn't like the simplified career mode, but now I'm starting to get it a little bit. It is kind of funny that you don't get to pick whether you choose to hire or fire. You just always have to hire, and it doesn't go away if you don't. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's how it looks for me, at least. And we head to Kansas once again, the 2nd time we're heading to Kansas Speedway this season. And
That was a great lap.
we get across the line, knock. I think that was 5/10 out of that lap almost.
Clear outside.
4.5 at least. And we managed to get our second straight 4th place finish in free practice. Butterbean Queen, unsurprisingly, at the top of the board because it's a 1.5 miles.
Time to do this. Let us know what you need.
And we're going to take the 25% loose setup there. Felt it was a little bit tight in practice as we head out for qualifying.
Let's make this lap the one they all chase. Lay down a burner, buddy.
Still chasing our first career pole. If there was still group qualifying at the super speedways, we'd already have like 2 poles by now, but it's fine.
Top
That was
5.
good that they got rid of that.
Starting with the leaders on
We
race
get
day.
very
Great
close
work all
though.
around.
Only our like second time, maybe even first time qualifying inside the top 5. And definitely the first time inside the top 3, so pretty cool there.
Be ready.
And we started off in the evening, but because there's no dynamic
One outside.
dynamic weather, which I'm not too
One high.
complaining about, but there's no dynamic
One high.
clouds or you know, daytime or anything like that. But we get just a horrible start, mainly because of the fact that I completely forgot to shift out a second at the start there. So
One outside.
we bogged down the entire bottom line. But that actually kind of worked to my benefit because Jake Finch was right behind me. So, you know,
You're all clear.
it's not all bad. But, you know, the car's really fast.
Outside.
We're able to make up a lot of ground down the
high.
front stretch. We get to the bottom of Andy J. And Amber
Clear outside.
Balkan. Slide past her. We get to the back of
Car
Jason
inside.
Kitzmiller. Go to the outside. Tad Moffitt in the 46 up here as well.
One on the bottom.
We're going to run that top lane.
Clear low if you want it.
It doesn't really roll through the middle of the corner, but you
One
get a
bottom.
lot of speed off corner
Outside.
exit, and we're able to take that
Clear low
3
if you
wide
want
through
it.
the middle to the bottom of Tad Moffitt, and we should be able to clear him down into 3,
Clear.
which we do. And on the next lap, right up behind Lawless Allen, trying to run that top lane just a little bit. The car gets a little bit tight on the bottom if you're running full throttle all the
Car
way through, which
outside.
makes sense, obviously.
20 to go.
But
Clear outside.
we get to the bottom of Lawless Allen down the front stretch, and we make it into the 4th position. If you will remember, Kansas
Outside door.
was one of our
Clear
early season best runs. I think we finished top 5, at least top 5. I think we finished 5th.
Inside door.
So that was a pretty good run for us early on. But I'm not satisfied with just a 5th place run here today. I want to get my 3rd straight
Stay
win.
high.
My first on a 1.5 miles, I think.
Stay
And
high.
we managed to
Clear
get
low.
past LeVar Scott for the 3rd spot. And now we're up, battling with the leaders just like that, right to the back of William Sawalich
Car
down
high.
the front stretch. We let the draft carry us right by on the bottom,
Clear outside.
passing him for the 2nd spot. And once again, it gets really tight. I have to let off the gas a little bit here, but I'm confident
One low.
that I can get the
Clear outside.
run off of 2, which we do. And on the next lap, right up behind Brendan Queen here,
Car outside.
going to the bottom of the racetrack,
Out in front. Nice job.
sending it down there.
Clear outside.
Oh, just barely clearing him there.
Clear low if you want it. One high.
Down the front
3
stretch. We're in the
3
middle
wide.
of 3 wide between a
10 to
couple
go.
lap cars. And the 05 David Smith just
3 wide.
won't get off my bumper. And I have to turn it dead
Clear
left
high.
to get off of his
Car
car.
low.
Because he won't get off of me. And I just ran into the 86 there. No fault of his own.
All right, bring it in and pit this time.
And we want to bring it in this time. We're going to take no
Car
tires,
outside.
which
Car ahead is pitting.
is a
Slow down,
strategy
slow down.
in terms of
You're all clear.
keeping track position, but probably
Car
not
high.
the greatest if
3
I
wide.
am, you know, now that I'm thinking about it in hindsight. So we come up just about where we
On your
came
toes
in,
now.
right behind Nate Moeller, or Nate Mahler, or however you say that. And with 4 laps to go, we get to the back
One
end of
outside.
Brendan Queen, go to the inside of him. But these tires are starting to wear out a bit. not able to run
Stay
full
low.
throttle through the bottom of the corner anymore. Or I should say 3/4 throttle. I guess it's not really full throttle.
Still there?
But we get to the bottom.
Out in front, nice job.
Once again, we get
Clear outside.
a little bit of freezing.
One
I'm
low.
still trying to work out what
Clear
that
low if
issue
you want
is,
it.
but regardless, we get the 28 to our inside, having a nice little battle up front. But to be honest here, if I took tires, I would have blown his doors off. But I didn't, and that was my decision, so yeah, don't feel too bad for me here. But we come off of turn number 2 right up behind Brendan, almost run into the back of him here as we're going 3 wide between a lapped car. And I try to send it off into 3, but that is just not going to stick full throttle. But we do gain a little bit coming out of 4.
We're out front, driver.
And down the front stretch, tries to put it right on my right rear corner panel, but we clear into the lead
Clear.
with 2 laps to go, and now we're on to the white flag. He's still right up behind me, but gets kind of trapped behind a lap car and on those older tires. Can't quite get to me, but I'm trying my best to throw it away here as we get up right behind Caleb Costner. The car is not turning. I have to check up a bunch, but I think he saw me doing that and also checked up, so kind of evened itself out. And we send it down into 3 and 4 on 30% on the right front, but it does not matter. And we take home our 3rd straight victory, 4th of the season, with only 2 races remaining. No accidents in that race, which is kind of surprising, considering I still have the accident frequency turned up to, like, I don't know what it is. It's like 30 or 40%, but you know, on the super speedways, there's like 3 crashes a race, so still trying to balance it out a little bit. Another good top 10 run there by Cole Raz. There's the rest of your top 20, Isabella Robusto and Amber Balkan, both finishing inside the top 15. Ryan Roulette got a top 20 as well, which is pretty cool. We only get 180 rep for clean racing that time. David Smith says, I'll let that go despite driving into my left rear or my right rear quarter panel. Interesting. But, yeah. So it also says that me and Ryan Roulette are friends now, so very cool. Shout out Ryan Roulette. And now we head into the last race of the episode, which is the second to last race of the season at Martinsville. And now I'm starting to realize at this point that I am really, like, I'm pushing it. I'm very close to not making my rep quota, and that could have been helped by a little bit more clean driving, but, you know, I still don't know. Even if I win the last 2 races of the season and get, like, perfect score on everything, I still don't think that I would make rep. But, you know, we're going for it anyway. We finally passed Jake Finch. We're actually tied in the point standings, despite me having way more top 5s and more wins. Jake Finch still without a win this season. He could have won Dover easily, but Isabella Robusto kind of took that one away from him late in the race. I may have had something to do with that too. I can't remember. But we head into week 18, which is Martinsville, which honestly, ARCA at Martinsville, it's not a thing right now, but I would definitely pay to watch that. That sounds like a blast, especially considering the quote-unquote professional series like the Xfinity Series and Cup Series have been kind of shit shows the past couple of years, especially in the Xfinity Series in the fall. Last year wasn't so bad, but the last 2 years before that were pretty terrible.
Car low.
But I'm just trying to get used to the car here, get into the wall a little bit. Trying to get to my quota lap, but really nothing's in the car. And at this point I'm trying to...
What do you think so far? Okay, let's change it.
Trying to change the setup up a little bit. See if I can improve. Because I was out there for quite a few laps and it just wasn't turning the way I wanted it to. The braking felt okay.
We can hit our goal out there.
But it was a little bit slidey. But right away we're able to make our quota. And I'm just like, you know what, that's good enough. We finish inside the top 10 behind Tyler Reif, Flawless Allen, and all those other people. Colt Raz, Trevor Huddleston in second. How about that? Cole Raz in third. Couple of great stories up inside the top 5. And we come across the line for our first lap. A 3.63 is the first one. And I don't think we're going to get much better on the second one. 3.29, just a little bit of an improvement. But we do not make it to the top 10. But I'm feeling pretty confident now. The car is in the setup that I want it to be in. And it should be at least a little bit easier to get past these guys.
Go, go, go. One bottom.
So we start out right behind Takamakoga. Eric Johnson Jr., I try to send it up the middle there, get into the 55 car a little bit. We're 3 wide, trapped in the middle.
Clear inside.
Try to get to the bottom here of Eric Johnson Jr., send it down into 3, push him up the racetrack, and we managed to get by him. And once again, this recording was ruined by the freezing, so I apologize for it, but some of the clips that I included had to be included despite the freezing, so
stay low.
I apologize for that.
Clear up top.
We get to the inside of Tanner Reif, and just like that, we're in the top 10, fighting with his brother now, Tyler Reif, to the bottom of the racetrack, try and get the drive off. Not much is there for us yet, but we should be able to get him here into 1 and 2, which we do. Cole Raz falling back very quickly, despite, I think, qualifying in the top 5. And we get to the back of Isabella Robusto down into 1 and 2. Side by side with Cole Raz, but once again, we should be able to just get by him down there. Big lag spike.
Car outside.
And trying to drive it to the bottom of Robusto, but she is living up to her name and not getting off the bottom of the line. But we managed to send it down in there despite not being able to see it. We get by the 55 car headed down into 3.
Clear high.
And now I'm thinking maybe I can get a top 5, maybe a win if a crash happens, but we're making up pretty good time, but the leaders are pretty far out there. We get to the bottom of the 6 car. Now we're to the back of Lawless Allen in the 20. Going to the bottom of the 31 there, Goulet. And we managed to get by the 20 car. He gets trapped behind Nate Moeller.
All clear.
And how about this? A couple of great runs up here. Robbie Keneally in the 9 and Trevor Huddleston in the 50, 4th and 3rd,
Clear high if you want,
respectively. Those are some pretty good runs they got going here. And we're trying to get by. We get by this the 9, and now we're getting by the 50 as we head down into 2. We see second place Buttermean right in front of us here.
3 wide.
And he really just backs it up on the entry to 1 there. And I was checking to see if there was actually damage to the front end of my car, which there was.
That's the halfway mark.
But we're able to make it to the inside of him the next lap by. And just slide right past him here. And right here, I tried to get to the bottom of Amber Balkan there, but nothing. And right here, I was just kind of fed up. And you can see how far ahead William Sawalich was. And I just pushed her through the corner, and she just lost it on her own and spun out.
Caution's out.
I suppose that's my fault for putting the recovery of the AI, like, kind of low. I think it's like 50%. I don't remember. I'll have to check, but I mean,
need to adjust the stop.
Once you go back in the replay, you'll see what I mean, because that really, to me, did not look like that big of a deal. But we do pit here.
Coming to the green.
And right up behind the 71 car, the 0, or no, that's the 11.
1 inside.
But, you know, on much fresher tires than everybody else. And
Car inside.
I'm not sure if everybody else pitted, but I'm guessing they didn't pit for 4s because we're able to just roll almost completely around the outside. Or maybe, no, I only pitted for rights. So they must have just not pitted for tires at all. They must have just gone for gas if they did pit. But we're able to squeeze through the middle of a couple of them. Just like that, we're back inside the top 10, and now I'm like, these guys are slow on the older tires. I should be able to just go up there, take the lead, and hopefully drive away.
Clear outside.
As we get past the 20 car, shoot through the middle of Robbie Keneally and Tanner Reif. now we're to the back end of
Outside
Butterbean
now.
Queen. Get to the inside of him. Our drive off is much better. Look at how far we're able to send it into the corners. It's just beautiful. Trevor Huddleston now running in the second spot. Very good
Outside
run
now.
for him, but we're going to make it to the bottom and almost get to the inside of Williams Sawalich, but he closes it off right in front of us. We don't quite make it by.
10 to go this time.
We don't quite make it by Huddleston there, but we managed to clear him, and then here we come to the inside
Out front, nice job. You're all clear.
of Sawalich.
One more time, buddy.
And
One
now
more
to
time.
the white
Straight,
flag.
straight. One high.
We end up leading
Clear
quite a
top.
few laps at the end here. Coming off of turn 2 into the wall a little bit. Sending it down into
One
3
inside.
and 4. For
Clear
our
low.
4th straight victory and our 5th career. We win at
Amazing win.
Martinsville.
You just never cease to amaze us, driver.
And cut the points gap even slimmer to the 6th position car. And we take the victory at Martinsville. Pretty grueling race, to be honest with you, especially in the midpoint. But yeah, look at that top 5. Trevor Huddleston, Robbie Keneally, and Cole Raz gets a top 10. So does Tanner Reif, despite falling back. Will Kimmel, Zachary Tinkle just outside the top 10. Takuma Koga, David Smith, and Brayton Laster with top 20s. That's pretty impressive. Now here's a replay of the issues we had with Amber Balkan. That one was a me problem, and then right here I tried to get to the bottom of the car, got tight, got into her a little bit. But, you know, I'm trying to make up time on the leader, and right here I just kind of carelessly just shove her into the corner. And that's about all I did. I just shoved her into the corner, and then she just lost it by herself right there, like she had a tire going down or something. So, I don't know, but there you go, that's what happened. Still got 200 clean racing reps somehow out of that, despite literally wrecking somebody. Isabella's apparently getting a mighty bit serious now. Interesting, okay. But, yeah, 3 straight victories. That's the first time this season that we've had a streak like that. We've had top 5 streaks, but not a win streak. 4 in a row is pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. But we're headed into the final race of the season at Phoenix in the next episode. Not looking too good in terms of rep points. In fact, looking pretty bad. We're at 19,000. We probably get like maybe 2,500 a race, something like that. So that's like a whole 2 races away. I have to get literally everything perfect, and I just don't think that's going to happen. But you never know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the 20 or so of you who keep watching this series. Hopefully it'll be more at some point. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the finale episode. Peace.